What's up, everyone? Time to tell us how you doing today. Well, if you are Wendy Williams, baby, you are still delighting in the fact that your ne'er-do-well ex, Kevin Hunter, got struck down along with his vegan, delicious macaroni and cheese making hussy, Sherina. But you guys, the story gets deeper because people are saying they have sussed out the exact time that Wendy knew it's a wrap for Kevin. I ain't giving you no more money. And guess what? And it had to do with Kevin losing his mind and crediting Sherina, the vegan chef, with the success of the Wendy Williams show. That was the moment Wendy looked at herself and said, you're going to be homeless. But guess what? We actually looked into the fact of now that he can't live off of Wendy, what is Kevin and Sherina going to do? Who knew Sherina has a vegan website? And all they sell is pancake mix. Baby, you can't make this up. Kevin got a failed barbershop, a failed restaurant in New York City. These two are going to be at the bus stop by the end of the year. But all I got to say is, baby, I will never delight in someone else's hardship. Because let me tell you something. This isn't Kevin's hardship. This is Kevin's karma. What is karma? In my mind, it's not some invisible force that moves through the internet looking to right wrongs. No, baby, it is the natural conclusion of your consequences catching up with you periodically through life, time after time. And baby, if this ain't karma, I don't know what it is. Let's talk about how Kevin actually killed the golden geese, literally milked his golden cow a little bit too much. Kevin, for some reason, thought that he 100% would always have Wendy in his pocket and always having Wendy paying his bills. Y'all can say what y'all want. Wendy has been a fool for this man. Half the reason she's even in rehab half the time is because of Kevin and the stuff he did. Baby, listen to this, right? When Wendy actually even announced that she was leaving the Wendy Williams show and there was all this stuff going. Y'all remember when Kevin got on the internet taking his blows? Health is wealth. I told her, baby, health is wealth. But guess what? Dollars is better than pennies. And that's why I'm glad Wendy cut you off. But he had the nerve to give a speech about it's the end of an era. He built this team out of this, that, and the third, and had the nerve in Wendy's moment, when her work, which was up until that point when Wendy had her whole self-esteem wrapped up in, when her work came to a close, and I don't think it was by her wanting or doing, it's because Kevin sent her on another whirlwind. He had to listen to this, right? Let's see. Wendy Williams, this is the moment everybody said that Wendy was like, nyep, nyep, nyep. Because if you remember, Wendy, even when she wasn't working, was still paying Kevin his, I want to say child support, but his alimony that went to taking care of his whole family, okay? Wendy was just paying. It wasn't until Kevin's lawyer tried to do something weird on Kevin's behalf, I think, and like the judge said, if you ever come near Wendy again, y'all know, go watch my old Wendy playlist if you want to know what I'm talking about. But Kevin's foul, my opinion. They said Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, seems to acknowledge himself and his new fiancée, Sherina Hudson, for aiding in the success of the Wendy Williams show. He counted Sherina as part of the team that built the Emmy-nominated daytime talk show. Kevin said that no other show host will ever achieve the glory that Wendy Williams, age 60, accomplished during her 13-season run. But get this. He said nobody will ever bring the charisma, the passion, the expertise, the talent like you've seen Kevin Hunter. So he put himself first. Calvin, if you don't, where else did he say? Like Kevin Hunter, my ex Wendy Williams, and the team that was behind us. Cheerful Kevin put in a lengthy Instagram post earlier that month. He emphasized that his assertion was not meant to be a slight to anyone else in the talk show biz. Kevin, ain't nobody thinking about you, Otis. Ain't nobody come to see you sing, Otis. And I refuse to let you go. That's the 5, what is it? The 5 heartbeats. You got to watch that show. It's really good. Anyway, right? Let me just get this straight. First of all, Kevin tried to destroy Wendy. and he thought he could still get into that pocketbook and destroy her. But get this, you're wondering whether Sherri, as slight to anybody else in showbiz, you know how you know, Kevin, you ain't ish? You know that old line, if you really put me on, put yourself on too. If you really put Wendy on, make another Wendy Williams. I'm waiting. Make one Sherrina, because Sherrina still hasn't arrived. You got her with a state-of-the-art website that's literally selling vegan pancake mix and vegan detox. Boy, tell me it's a, and shea butter. Tell me it's a scam without telling me it's a scam. And so Kevin said, and I mean my whole team, so Kevin held the executive produced credits. He says, this includes my current lady, noun, because it takes a village. Yeah, I said it. Whoever don't like it, they ain't just gonna like it. And that is the moment Wendy said, well, she was rumored to be enjoying a vodka cranberry. Yeah, we cutting off that ninja's child support, spousal support, whatever. I don't care if he is still on my Netflix account. Cut it off, shut it down. And the guardianship was like, yes, right away. Listen, let me tell you something. Famous last words. How in a woman that in Wendy's mind destroyed all the happiness she had in her life. Seriously, tell me how this woman took away everything Wendy had, happiness in her life. And you got the nerve after Wendy loses everything to say, I want to thank everybody that helped build Wendy. That includes my current lady now, because it takes a village. Yeah, I said it. Whoever don't like it just ain't gotta like it. You know who ain't like it? Wendy. You know who ain't gotta like it? Wendy. The fact that you talked about that vegan macaroni and cheese hussy soothing your savage beast at night, you want to thank her for helping Wendy's show and make her part of the team. Yo, you thought Wendy was the all-you-can-eat Golden Corral buffet and everybody, even your side piece, was having a little bite. Wendy said, baby, it's over, because if I ain't eating, Kevin, you starving. But there's more, right? There's more, as always. Let me get to this other article. Kevin, when I was looking, I was like, okay, so how is Kevin supporting himself? Because I think he's just a bum that's written on Wendy's coattails, and all the people and toxic people that are hyping him up about how he built Wendy. Baby, you cannot build me and be the person draining my life force and energy. Man, shut up. And again, Kevin ain't been able to build nobody else. So that lets me know that without Kevin, there 100% would have been a Wendy Williams. But without a Wendy Williams, there never would have been a Kevin. Let's make sure we know what way these blessings flow. So anyway, he has the headhunter in Coral Springs, Florida. Now, let me just say this, right? Coral Springs, Florida doesn't have that many black barbers, so I can see how he thought he would make business. But the problem is, dummy, there's not that many black people in Coral Springs, and Chad, Bob, and Arthur are not coming to get fresh New York Caesars shaped up. I'm just saying. So while on the surface it seemed like a good idea, like all Kevin's ideas, like he thought thinking his side piece had tortured Wendy and brought her to her knees as a part of the team was a good idea, baby. He also opened a high-end Italian restaurant called Loretta in Brooklyn. Now, let me just say this. I actually have walked by Loretta a few times when I was visiting Brooklyn. It's around the corner from the BAM, right? And the place looked pretty outside and inside. But one thing I know, and I've been past there in spring, summer, fall, and winter, that place is always empty. Now, perhaps people aren't eating there at 8:30 at night, 9 o'clock at night, but the place is already empty. Kevin, when he thought this was going to be his legacy, said, time to work on my legacy. A kid from Brownsville, Brooklyn. This is a dream come true, to be a part of the amazing team to create something so extraordinary. Look forward to nothing but success. Continue to thank God for the blessings. And I know when he said continue to thank God for the blessings, God was like, huh? What? Why are you bringing this into me? You better make things right with Wendy. Again, it's a very, very beautiful restaurant, but it's always empty. And the fact that they can't even get Now, here's the thing. Had you not done Wendy dirty, I bet you if Wendy was eating every night, Loretta would have tons of business, right? But what I want to say, so also, this is the funny part. What Sharina is doing, girl, Sharina literally thought, she thought she was living the life of luxury. She thought she was living next to a well-appointed man that could afford all her luxuries, and she can just be a woman of leisure, doing nothing but having businesses that work, saying she's a fashion designer. Baby, don't you know that you literally got with a scrub? Here's the funny part, and I will say this to anyone that says, oh my God, Kevin was the one that looked out for Wendy. Let me tell y'all something. In a world full of vultures, right? Kevin was a jackal. He was a bottom feeder. Here's the one thing I do want to say about Kevin and Wendy, and I will stand on this, my opinion. Wendy was always destined for greatness. Always. Kevin held her back. I'll say it again. Wendy was always going to be great. Kevin held her back. As high as Wendy got, if she hadn't had Kevin on her coattails, she would have soared even higher. She honestly would have. Kevin held her back. Kevin destroyed her self-esteem. Kevin only let her exist. Sorry, doing lotion. Kevin only let her exist as long as he could benefit from her. He clipped her wings for anything else. Make no mistake about it. I know an abusive relationship when I see one. If y'all don't recognize this, God bless y'all. Just stay away from anybody that anyway reminds you of Wendy's ex, Kevin. But let's see what Sharina's doing. Remember I said she needs to go in the kitchen and think of a new vegan macaroni and cheese recipe to save the day? Yeah. Let's see. Kevin has a black barbershop called Headhunters in Boca Raton, Florida. And there's probably 4 customers there. And what the hell does Kevin even do? You don't even have any head. Bald-headed Franklin attorney. Okay, let me shut up. Listen. He also has a publishing group. You have a publishing group, but Kevin, you're not a writer. Sharina's not a writer. And most undiscovered writers can self-publish. Man, get out of here. Anyway, he's representing a handful of authors. None of them have published anything of notoriety. He added executive producer and influencer to his Instagram bio, as well as appears to maintain active business filings that were previously used for his role on the Wendy Williams show. The new mother, Sharina, runs vegan chef shop called Vegan Nose and also bills herself as a designer for Vish New York City. Now, I looked at Vish New York City. It looks like Fabletics, but double the price. It ain't going nowhere. Second of all, I mean, you better hurry up and try to get into Macy's. Wendy could have helped you done that if you had tried to make her your friend instead of sleeping with her husband. Also, I went to the Organic Nose or whatever. All they're selling is, let me just make sure I got this right. They are selling, become a member, you wish. They are the Vegan Nose, right? They are selling excellent, healthy nutrition, vegan pancake mix. What else are they selling? They are, it is $9.99. They are selling 1-day detox for $34.99. They are selling, why do I feel like there is a what do you call it, like a storage unit in Boca Raton, Florida, with rancid shea butter, right? They're selling, what are they selling with this shea butter? Let's get into this. Skincare. They are selling 100% raw journey shea butter, petroleum-free product of Africa, $49.99. First of all, people be selling imitation shea butter all the time. Sharina, I'm looking at the page right now. I do not believe this for a second. I will take it off of Amazon with my rankings. There is a storage unit with rancid shea butter and dry vegan pancake mix is about to go rotten. It's plant-based vegan pancake mix, spelt flour, coconut sugar, and baking powder. Why would it spend $9.99 where Bob's Red Mill has all these, and even your local Vons, Rouse, ShopRite, pick a supermarket? And also, Sharina says that, what does she say about herself? Welcome to the Vegan Nose. It's spelled Nose. For the past 7 years, I've shared education on health, fitness, as well as plant-based foods. You needed to share hip exercises because Kevin is hobbling around. My goal is to help and inspire people who would never think plant-based food tastes as good as even better than non-plant-based foods. So she's selling nothing on her website. She does say, do you want to be a private chef? But we've seen Kevin, her food, I don't know. So basically they doing a whole bunch of nothing and they're scrambling, and you lost all this because you had to take that dig at Wendy and publicly credit Sharina for the success of her show and then say, yeah, I said it. Whoever don't like it, don't like it. Well, baby, Wendy ain't like it. Listen, life comes at you fast. Karma, baby. Karma, karma, karma. If this is true, and this is when Wendy said, cut them out. Kudos to Wendy. Kudos to Wendy. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later.